The following video is how to properly prepare cable for assembly installation with medium voltage cold shrink kits. Proper installation, preparation, and overall workmanship is imperative. Proper cable prep and installation improves the life of connections and reduces the risk of damage to surrounding areas and can save thousands of dollars in labor and parts. Keep blade sharp. Applies to both knives and specialty tool. Set the blade depth on scrap cable. Crimp connector correctly. U-shaped dies may cause or put a curve in the connector. Rotate the crimp each time to keep straight. Measure twice and cut once. Tape shield is most commonly installed in industrial applications, and jacketed concentric neutral conductor is most commonly installed in utility and renewable applications. Read through all the instructions and mark all pertinent information with a highlighter to make sure you are selecting the correct MV termination based on the manufacturer type and size of cable, as well as the insulation dimension. This will help you in calculating the correct dimension of the cutback to do the installation correctly. These are the following tools you'll need: wooden rule or paper, electrician's knife, scissors, needle nose pliers, and/or specialty tools like a banana peeler, semicon cutters, semicon stripper, square and square cut, all-in-one tools, or cable installation tools. Use the rule to take the correct measurement of the cable and follow the instruction manual to determine the correct dimensions for each layer of the cable. Apply a constant force spring on the jacket at the mark and use your electrician's knife to score the jacket. Score around the circumference of the jacket of the cable. Be sure not to cut too deep. This is to protect the metallic shield on the cable. Make scores in the jacket layer all around the circumference of the cable, and then down the length of the cable, making longitudinal cuts approximately 1/4 inches apart. Pry the jacket from the tape shield as you loosen the jacket down the length of the wire. Use needle nose pliers to remove the jacket. Finish removing the jacket, exposing the tape shield, and then remove the constant force spring. Removal of the tape shield layer. Use a non-conductive wood ruler to mark the jacket to the predetermined measurement according to the installation instructions. Use a constant force spring again in the package as a marker, which can also be used for a clean cut. If you wrap the spring 1 or 2 times, you could adjust the spring as a marker for the cutback of the shield for a precise dimension to cut. Use the electrician's knife pressing the blade into the shield without damaging the semicon layer. Remove the tape shield starting at the end of the cable where the lug is to be applied to the constant force spring. Now, remove the constant force spring and apply the copper foil tape to the edge of the tape shield to ensure a clean edge. The semicon layer is where the cuts need to be square with no jagged edges. If your blade depth is not correct or you put too much pressure on your knife, you may not even be able to see the cut. The objective is to remove all potential air gaps, as air gaps will be the biggest cause of failures. Removal of the semicon layer. This is the most important part of the installation. Use a constant force spring again in the package as a marker, which can also be used for a clean cut. Measure and score the semicon to create your cutback mark. Always have nice square cuts. The semicon layer is the most electrical stressed area. Make scores in the semicon layer all around the circumference of the cable and then down the length of the cable to create strips. Once you have created a strip, you can use needle nose pliers to unwind the semicon layer back toward the constant force spring. Once the first strip has been removed, strip back remaining semicon layer to the edge of the constant force spring or make additional longitudinal cuts as needed. Removal of the cable insulation layer. Measure where the cutback mark will be. Using the electrician's knife, score the insulation layer and cut through at the mark around the circumference and the length of the insulation. But do not score or nick the cable stranding. Now your conductor is prepared to install the connector and medium voltage cold shrink termination kit.